Hey everyone, it's Lindy and welcome back to Sarah Padame today. So I got a request from some people to make a video on crystal care. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. And this video really shouldn't be too long. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. Crystal care. Crystal care is actually very easy, fairly easy, and it's pretty simple. There's just a few things that you need to remember when caring for your crystals. Okay, so most crystals, when you bring them home after you've picked out a crystal that you really resonate with and you bring it home, the first thing you want to do is you want to rinse your crystal off or crystals off with cold water. Okay, and this goes for nearly all crystals, especially like popular ones like this quartz crystal. You can rinse off in cold water, and it can just be tap water. It doesn't even have to be like a special water. So you want to do that. But there are some exceptions, and one of the exceptions is selenite, okay? And this is selenite right here, and selenite is a very powerful stone. It's really great for protecting the energy of your home. It's also great to use in energy work, so I use it on my clients. But selenite is one of my all-time favorite crystals. But selenite, you cannot get wet, okay? You cannot like get it in cold water or anything like that. So what I do with my selenite is you can still let it charge in the sun. So you can do that. But I'm going to show you guys a really awesome trick that I learned from my mentor. My mentor taught me a lot about energy and clearing energy and things like this. Okay, so this is kind of like a little esoteric tidbit, and I'm not even really sure if I'm supposed to share it with the public, but with my viewers, I'm going to share it because I love you guys and I just want to give you some extra tips that are not so popular about taking care of your crystals. So this that I'm going to show you now is how to clear the energy on your crystals, okay? Since crystals, they hold energy, okay? They intake energy and they store it, okay? They can even store memories and data and things like this. And people know this because crystals are used in computers and things like this to help store the data, I think. I'm not like a computer engineer or anything, but I know that they use crystals in computers. And so anyway, you just want to, that's why you're rinsing off your crystals, is to just rinse off any residual energy that could have gotten on or into the crystal before you brought it home. So this is a special trick. So what you want to do, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to tell you what it does. So you want to hold your crystal. This is what I do with my selenite especially, but I do this with crystals, and I also do this with other objects as well, to clear the energy off of them. So you just hold it in your hand like this, and you swipe over it 3 times while also blowing out simultaneously. So you do this. And, since we are powerful beings, our intention can be used and it works, right? So what I'm doing is I'm like imagining that I'm cutting the energy like with a knife. Like my hand is like the knife and I'm cutting the energy. And then I'll show you guys one more time. It's like this. and I'm setting the intention that I'm clearing the energy, okay? So that is an awesome tidbit on how to clear your selenite. But you can do that on anything that you want to clear the energy on. And I find it especially effective. So that's a little like secret esoteric tidbit, okay? And another thing that you can do with all of your crystals is after they have been rinsed off, if that's what you do with them, after they've been rinsed off with cold water, you want to set them out in the sun, okay, for like as long as you can. But 24 hours is a good rule of thumb to just let them sit out in the sun, or just for a full day, okay? Also too, you can sit them out under a full moon. So if it's a new moon, a full moon, something like that where the moon is really bright, you can set them out overnight as well. And what is this doing? Well, it's just charging your crystals. So you clear them and then you charge them. And that just really amps up the energy and will help them do their job even more, okay? So, first step, rinse them off in water, but there are some exceptions to that. Selenite is one of them. With selenite, I always do that energy clearing technique that I just showed you guys. Then number 2 is you want to charge your crystals. So you want to set them out in the sun. You can set them in a windowsill or a really bright moon. You can do that as well. And then step number 3. Step number 3 is you just want to build a bond with your crystal. Okay? And building a bond is really simple as well. So after they've been charged out in the sun, after they've been charged, it's important to just maybe carry your crystal around with you. If it's a pocket crystal, carry it around in your pocket or on you or whatever. And then it always helps to set an intention, okay? So maybe say a little blessing to the crystal and just say, Spirit, please, help this crystal heal and assist me and to its best ability, or something like that. You just say a little blessing if you want to do that. But the more you're around your crystal, the more you're carrying it around, or it's just near you, the more it is actually going to align and attune with your specific energy and is going to help you with what you need help with. Now, of course, there's a magnitude of crystals and they help with all kinds of things. And it's really fun to just kind of look into what crystals help with what. But there's a crystal out there to help with almost anything you can think of. And then, of course, they are very beautiful as well. So that's about it. It's really a lot more simple than a lot of people think. I know there's all kinds of fancy water and fancy salt and all this kind of stuff, which is nice and that still works. But I just told you all that's really necessary to care for your crystals. And you want to do that fairly often, just to recharge and cleanse the crystals. And then they're just going to stay really amped up and working their hardest and at their best for you. So that is about it. Oh, actually, before I let you guys go, I have a couple books that I found very useful, okay? So I'm going to share them with you now. So the first book is called Crystal Healing, and it is by Judy Hall. She's also the author of the Crystal Bible, and that is another very popular crystal book that a lot of people get. But I wanted to learn specifically about crystal healing, okay? So that's why I got this book, is because I wanted to learn how to incorporate crystals into my healing art practice. My Reiki, I do Reiki, I work with crystals, and you know, I combine a few different things in with my practice. But this is a really nifty little book, and it just really goes over you know, what crystals can help with, how to cleanse them and charge them, like I went over with you guys. It says a lot of that in the book. It goes over chakras and what crystals correlate with your chakras. So it's a very useful book, and I found it very helpful. I will put this book in the description below. Another little, it's actually a chart that has really helped me a lot. Just learn about the crystals and their properties, and things like this, is this little guide here. So it's called Crystal, Gemstone, and Minerals Guide. So of course there's an abundance of crystals, like I mentioned, so it doesn't have every single one, but it does have a lot. And it's just like this little you know, pamphlet that folds out. Okay, and so you can see that it has a lot of different crystals and their properties and what they help with. So I'm also going to put this in the description below as well. Now these two forms of literature they should be very easy to find. And I found these at my local metaphysical store. Okay, so you know, they're really popular and they're really helpful. So I hope that helped you guys understand better how to care for your crystals. And please share this video with anyone you think it would help. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I talk about a lot of spiritual, metaphysical topics on my channel, some really interesting stuff. I also have a lot of interesting starseed videos and empath videos, just all kinds of stuff like that. So if you are a mystic or just someone who is very into spirituality, go check out some of my other videos and subscribe. And please like this video if it was helpful for you. So I wish you guys all the best. Until next time, may the force be with you guys and many blessings your way. Bye.